I know it's not really bright in here unless I go like here and it gets dark and it gets bright. Hi everyone, and welcome to my live stream. I, Sailor Moon here, Luna over here. Well, really, it should truly be like this. Yeah, it should be like that for the live stream. All right, that's how it should be like for the live stream. Yeah, there it goes. Don't really look right. Well, why don't I just go over here then? All right. I think we're gonna get it right now. There goes the clearing the throat shit again. Yeah. Hi everyone, and yeah, my live stream is starting to do. I don't have anyone watching right now, and I'm sorry if it looks dark. It's not really dark in this room, but sometimes the Y speakers, sometimes this Y speaker shooter likes to film things dark when it's not dark. Like, it's not dark yet. I don't know why it does it. You know, it's like not really much I can do about the casting here. Yeah, you can't really do anything about it. I mean, this is sad. It's not really that dark yet, so quit doing it. Yeah, I don't want to start my live stream out bitching about how it always makes what you're filming be dark when you don't want it to be dark. You know? And so far, I got 2 folks on here. So the last time I did a live stream, and I'm sorry if it looks, it goes, big follower of you. Thank you. You know, World Toy Gathering. Thank you. And I know, forgive me if it's coming out being dark or not, but that's just how this is how the film shooter in my Y speaker likes to do it. It likes to make things bright and dark. It does. I'm not making that one up. It does. If you're making an upload with, say, or a short, well, everything's got to be bright. But if it's a live stream, no, can't be bright. It has to be dark. Light and dark. It's bullshit, I know. And trust me, it's not really that dark in the room yet either. It's only like 3:20. 3:32 in the afterday, wherever we're at. We got 5 folks watching. That's good to know. So the first thing I just want to say is thank you for coming on my live stream. And I know my live stream started out with me bitching about the lighting, and it is what it is. So I always have this belief that somehow, some way, that I'm like, you know, the black sheep of the Sailor Moon followership, you know. Like, that's what I believe. I mean, there isn't really any truth to back it up, but that's just what I believe, that I'm the black sheep of the Sailor Moon followership. And you need be some of you folks, see, it's doing it again. It thinks it's dark when it's not dark. It's bullshit. That's sad. It's sad. It truly believes it's dark when it's not. It's like, look, it's light right now. You think my web shooter's going to film it the same way? Fuck no. Anyway, so sometimes I think I'm the black sheep of the Sailor Moon followership. 1, because we like the Deacon Cloverway, the Deacon Pioneer Sailor Moon. And 2, because we play with the toys and take them out of boxes and do what some folks in the doll gathering followership don't like to do. And it seems that there's like two sides to my followership. One side, there are folks who like the Viz Sailor Moon and hate the Deacon Pioneer Sailor Moon. And then there are folks on the Deacon Pioneer side that hate the Viz side. And you would think to yourself, there really shouldn't be that. And then sadly, I do think that I'm the black sheep of Sailor Moon followership since I like the Deke Sailor Moon and the Pioneer one. No, I do not. And I am going to block you. Where's it at? Where's that here? Anyway, I'm going to tell you right now. We just had, so where was I? So the grounds why I think that I am the black sheep of the Sailor Moon followership has to do with liking the Deke and Pioneer Sailor Moon when a lot of folks out there don't like that offshoot of my show. But I don't really think that show is as bad as they make it out to be. I mean, the things that they make a big deal out of is names being shifted, borrowed names being shifted out for other borrowed names. They also happen to, make a big deal out of, near names being shifted or street names being shifted or, driving on the right side of the street instead of the left, about, Zoe Sight and Fisheye became, women instead of men. How some of the fighting was taken out of some of the sagas, how some of the sagas weren't worked at all. I don't really think there's anything wrong. I mean, myself, when I watch it, that doesn't irk me, And I know a lot of folks out there would think that, oh, it should irk you. Well, it does not. I mean, yes, my show was skimmed at the time, have been skimmed in ways that, no, I don't. Shit. Where are you at? Oh, so now I can't go to the block thing now. They're like, oh, you should make a big deal. They're like out of that. And I'm like, why would I make a big deal out of borrow names being shifted for other borrow names? Or make a big deal out of, near names and street names being shifted? Or, strike names being shifted? I don't know why they think I make a big deal out of it. I don't know why either Sailor Moon or Serena. I don't know why they make a big deal out of it, but they do. And we keep getting someone who keeps on asking us, oh, do we work at Walmart? No, we do not. And if someone else asks, they're going to keep everyone, yeah. No, I do not. Anyway, it is what it is. So you can see we have like 5 folks watching, but out of those 5 folks, they're mostly, trolls, bullies, folks want to make something out of something. But at the end of the day, a lot of folks make a big deal about the shifts. And I know nowadays, folks make a big deal would make a big deal and say, you should not, nowadays they would say that shifting street names or near names or borrow name for other borrow names might not be cool anymore, But anyway, it is what it is. And those seem to be a lot of grounds to why a lot of folks out there don't like it. On those grounds. But and they like to behave as if Sailor Moon show, at least the first 2 followings that Deke did, and then Pioneer, 2 other followings that Pioneer did, they like to behave as if You know, they like to behave as if as her show was the only show that ever got, you know, cleaned or shifted. As if her show was the only show that ever had borrowed names shifted out for other borrowed names, or street names or near names shifted, or strike names shifted, you know. And I know nowadays a lot of folks like the Viz one, you know, since the Viz one was the one that those folks wish they got back in the day but didn't get back in the day. But they did not. Oh, anyway, yeah, hello. Thank you to our live stream. Anyway, we've been getting some trolls that keep on asking us if we work somewhere. We kept saying no, and we just had to keep, you know, blocking, hushing, and forbidding every one of them. But anyway, I just want to say that at the end of the day, Sailor Moon's Deke and Pioneer one wasn't for everyone. Not everyone was going to like it. But you see, this is where I'm kind of on, like, when you say, well, wouldn't you say that at the end of the day, wouldn't you say that when you say that I like the Deke, that my Deke one and my Pioneer one wasn't bad, but the Viz one is good too. I like all of them. But you see, in my followership, there are like two sides. There are those who like the Deke and Pioneer, hate the Viz. Those who love the Viz one but hate the Deke and Pioneer one. And then you really can't get one that likes all three of them. You know? And at the end of the day, it's like sad. You know, there's not really much you can do about it. Not really much you can do about it. I mean, at the end of the day, there's not really much you can do about it. Okay, whatever. Okay, good for you, Den. But don't go all over my live stream saying that shit, Den. If you like James E. Cornette, great for you. But don't go and do that shit to my live stream. And if it knocks me back from the followers, then fine. So instead of getting folks asking me if I work at Walmart, I get folks saying they like James E. Cornette now. Like they think I'm going to give up on this live stream. So anyway, so let's talk about, you know, some other things that, you know, happen. So, you know, a lot of folks out there, you know, would, well, a lot of folks would say, oh, are you still a fighter of love and right? Yes, I still am. I still do that. I've been doing that since between 92 YL, if you're going by the Toei and Viz work. Between 95 YL, if you go by the Deke work. You know. And a lot of folks these days, you know, say, well, why haven't the Deke one ever been freed out on disc? Well, here's what I learned, is that Deke did not really take good care of their film they got. I mean, when Toei sold it over to Disney, Disney kept good care of it. But when Disney sold Deke back to Andy Hayward, Deke did not really keep a good care of the film at all. So when it went from Disney to Deke, and then to Cookie Jar, and then to DMX, and then to Wild Bear, the film was in so bad shape. I mean, the Overling film that Deke made their first followings of Sailor Moon from. And it was in so bad shape that it was just unsellable and it was just unrentable. So no one wanted to get a streaming deal with it or broadcast deal with it. No one wanted to buy it off of them either. So that's why Wild Bear can't do anything with it. I guess they could put it on disc, but sadly, if they did, it would just like really be bad. And then a lot of folks would say, "Oh, tell me why the Dawnlandish borrow names were borrowed out, for, I don't know, Latinus, Frenchus, Spanish, Hebrews, Farsius, Italish, whatever, Blacklandish borrow names, or like why street names and near names were shifted, or why strike names were shifted, or some of the sagas were cut out of the first following and one was cut out of the Tudith, and they wouldn't really have the answer for those ones. So that's why my deep one never seen a light of day and why it never gets put on disc or anything. So now we're going to get down really, really bloody serious here. Can we talk about this one, Sailor Moon, Serena? Yeah. All right, Luna. So there was someone that just kept coming on my live stream, kept on asking things like, "Do you work at Walmart?" The answer is no. Dwayne does not work at Walmart. 2, and then after blocking and forbidding and hushing sundry trolls that kept asking that over and over again, then it kept having folks coming on saying, "I like James E. Cornette. James E. Cornette is cool. Okay, good for you if you like James E. Cornette, but you don't have to do it on my live stream." So all those folks have been hushed and, and forbidden. That's the end of it. If any more trolls and bullies want to start some more shit on this live stream, I'll just hush and lock them and forbid them. And I know that doesn't come up being all tough and everything, but that's what I'll do. So I got 5 folks watching, so these must be the true watchers, or at least if they're not watchers of my work, at least they're not going to troll me like they did. So not trolling Sailor Moon Serena, not trolling us. If you want to do, you're asking the wrong asking things, And a lot of folks might also go and say, "Well, why don't you ever take YouTube up?" Well, I mean, when you do live streams, they say, "Well, why don't you have a stream along?" Oh, what? When I have someone else go live with me? I don't know anyone else to go live with. And I don't know how that works. You see, everybody lives all over the world and on like time zones and things like that. So yeah, that tool's not going to go very well. And someone would say, "Well, why don't you share screens?" Don't know how to do that. And I don't really have anyone to be sharing any screens or smiles with, so sorry. And a lot of folks might also ask and say, "Oh, now we're starting. Oh, you shitheads. Fuck." Mm. Well, I'm just going to keep hushing and locking these folks. There. Any more folks want to start their shit? So, anyway, it is what it is. And I just want to say that, I just want to say that it is what it is, So, all right, where was I now? So, yeah, I just don't, other folks will say, well, oh, you want to start up again? No, don't know them. Unless you're talking about the doll that I have, because I do got James E. Cornette's doll that I got back in between 98 YL, but I don't see why he has anything to do with Sailor Mundo, so I don't see why he would be on here. And Luna says, at the end of the day, a lot of folks might say, oh, why don't you ever, a lot of folks say, well, why don't you take YouTube up on Mateship? One, don't want to, because don't want to. Two, even if we have enough watching or looking that we do, we're not going to get in on all the other things. And do we really want to be following oversights that shift monthly or yearly? Like right now, we're just following the followership oversight and ownership and double right. Come a mate, then you got to follow mateship oversight, and that's shifting all the time. You got to you got showings oversight, that shifts all the time. And then on top of that, you got to worry about then you got to worry about your income toll being taken outright, because any gal you do make from mateship, half it's going for income toll, so you got to worry about if that's being taken out or not the right way. No, I don't want to go for that shit. And worry about losing my good standing for mateship oversight and showing oversight on top of followership oversight and ownership and double right. No, thank you. Hello, friend. Thank you for coming on. So that's why I have nothing to do with mateship, because even if we mate the standards, we don't want it anyway. And there were a lot of folks coming on this live stream and saying shit. And I've been, blocking, forbidding, and hushing a lot of them. And out of those 6 followers, 6 folks that are watching, I hope they're not trolls. Because if they are, then they shouldn't be on here anymore. All right. What else do we need to talk about? Like the standards in a Sailor Moon followership, if there is or is not. In the early days of being on the Sailor Moon followership, we were met with some gatekeeping. We were. We were met with some, some gatekeeping, but not as much as you would think. Most of the gatekeeping would come from, you like the Deke one and Pioneer one instead of the Toby one at the time. And if it wasn't being gatekeeped for that, sadly, the gatekeeping might offshoot itself as, so now you want Ernest P. Worrell with Sailor Earth. Oh, that's a slide on Nako Takaguchi. Well, it was not. And that was the only gatekeeping that ever happened in the Sailor Moon followership. There was bullying and trolling, which seems to come along with you being on the interweb. So we got 8 folks watching, Luna, and hopefully those 8 folks that are watching, well, they might not be followers, but they hopefully not trolls or bullies or whatever they like to call themselves. Well, I hope not either, because we're getting irked of bloody blocking, forbidding, and hushing all those folks that kept on asking about, where so-and-so works, bring James E. Cornette on, a bunch of other shit. They wanted to say shit, make it all about them. I don't really think, Luna, we got some more fuckers coming on now. But there we go. So anyway, I just want to say that that a lot of folks out there, we get a lot of, we've been doing this for about 10 years. And 10 years is a long time to be doing something like this. And they might say, well, Sailor Moon, Serena, Luna, why don't you ever get burned out doing this for 10 years? No, we don't. There are some folks who do get burned out by doing the same thing over again, or thinking that they put themselves in a bind where they can't do anything else because they chose to do this thing. So at the end of the day, no, we don't get burned out over doing this. And it's true, you don't really get a lot of onlook for it. I mean, a lot of folks in the Sailor Moon followership don't really think highly of us. Some do, some don't, but not everyone does. I mean, it's almost like it's like everyone keeps to themselves. I mean, the doll gatherers keep to themselves. The clothing players, they keep to themselves. The ones that do doll shows, they keep to themselves. And it's like you don't get a lot of good watch time on the YOUROW or in the Sailor Moon followership for doing things like this. You wish you did, but the truth is you don't. But I don't really care about what watch time I get. I'm happy that we get the watch time we get and that we got the followers that we got. Wouldn't you say that, Luna? Oh, I would say so, Sailor Moon. I would say so, Serena. I would think that, I would think so. I would think that being happy with what one has is a good thing. Because there are some folks on YOUROW who don't get no watch time, no followers. They get no thumbs up. No one reading or writing anything on their uploads, live streams, shorts, or podcasts. So I think, yes, we should be thankful that we at least get some watching on our uploads, live streams, and shorts. That we got some followers. And that we have some folks writing things on our uploads, live streams, and shorts. And Mimi wants to come in. Hi, Mimi. I'm doing a live stream right now, Pup. So, anyway, yeah, so I think I am thankful for, for that. Because the truth is, we could not have none. And we want to say thank you to everyone over the 10 years of Sailor Moon for Life. And even for those who were our followers going back to at least Sailor Moon Red or Sailor Moon Red 1, or even thank you for, that. Because at the end of the day, you folks mean a lot. And thankful for all of that. So I'm going to give you a little saga. I may have told this many times, but hey, if you haven't heard it the first time, great for you. So anyway, a long time ago, and when we first started out, it was Sailor Moon Red. And you know how the bullying went, bad things being written on the fairway, on the uploads. And this was before shorts and before live streams, so uploading was the only thing you could do. Well, yeah. Back when film answering was a thing. And after dealing with that for about 1.5 years, close to 2, let's say close to 1 year, and then came the hacking. And keep in mind, we never did anything wrong to any of these folks. I mean, Dwayne never did nothing wrong to any of them. But these folks behaved as if this, what we're watching right now, what you free folks are watching right now, whoever, is wrong, it's evil, it's sinful, it's wicked, it's unlawful, it's a bad slay. And then came the hacking after all the other shit didn't work. And that was how Sailor Moon Red went down. Now, keep in mind, the hacking happened back at a time where this is before Google had all their logs in the same thing. So you could have your Google login one thing, or YOUROW thing could be another login, and both of them are weak. And one of them was guested, or whatever happened. And then came Sailor Moon Red 1. No more bullying and trolling, the same shit. But then the fake flagging started, where folks would just start fake flagging, and the folks at YOUROW would fall for it. Sailor Moon Red 1, Sailor Moon's Best 1, Sailor Moon's Best 2, Sailor Moon on YouTube, Sailor Moon Red 1, 2, 3, 4. They were all fake flagged. And then came what I call Sailor Moon Row 11, which became Sailor Moon for Life, which I always believe was a greater handle and name for this. So, and you can see I've gone for a lot of things. It goes, I'm the only one who can watch the live stream. I'm the only one who can watch the live stream about Sailor Moon Boy. Oh, well, thank you for that. Thank you for coming on and saying that, because we had 7 or 8 folks watching, and half of them happened to be trolls that had nothing greater to do but to, whatever. So it's like you got, yeah. So thank you for saying that. Now, at the end of the day, some folks might think we should just, well, all right. It goes, no bind. Well, okay, Luna says, hello. I just want to ask you. So, here's something we used to do a long time ago that Sailor Moon, Serena, don't do anymore. But she did in her early films. She used to talk like Tracy Moore or Terry Hanks and Linda Bellatine. Did it too many times and got speech voice illness. Yeah, I used to talk like this all the time. Yeah, you should do that all the time. And then got speech voice illness 2 times for it. Yeah. The first time, yeah, I know I'm making that one up. So, yeah, see how that went. It goes, who are you choosing for in the upcoming choosing? Oh, I don't really choose anyone. I never choose anyone. I haven't choosed anyone, so I'm not going to be choosing anyone, to be honest with you. And I know there's going to be someone out there that's going to say, oh no, Sailor Moon, Serena, you have to choose. Don't you know your word is going to upset the Apple Wayne? It's the only way that Donald Trump or Kamala Harris is going to get in, because you're going to upset the Apple Wayne and give that win to them. No, I think at the end of the day, I'm just going to keep out of it. I never choose, never will choose, And if folks want to choose, that's their own business, great for them. But it goes both ways. If you got the right to choose, and the gathering right share near chooses, you have the right not to choose. It goes, it's a very needed choosing, brother. Yeah, I know. Every time someone's standing for the 4-settership, of the 4-1 Reichs, it's a big deal. Not as a big deal they is, but they make it a big deal. But I don't want to be one of those folks that they guilt you and say, oh, well, the wrong side won. Well, guess what? I just don't like choosing. I just keep out of it. I got nothing against the lawmaking gatherings. I got nothing against Kamala Harris or Donald Trump or anyone else who happens to be wanting to run for the four-sittership. Just keeping eye of this. Hi, Sailor Moon. Hi, Luna. I choose the Stone this year. Yeah, if he was standing for the four-sittership and any one of the two lawmaking gatherings, the Folk Reich and the Folk thing was backing him. Well, thank you for coming on the live stream. Oh no, I just keep out of it. Yeah, we just never did it, you know, because we just never feel our word doesn't really mean much. It isn't like that my word is going to upset, not like Sailor Moon's word or my word is going to upset the Apple Wayne, and you're like, oh, the only way Kamala Harris could get in is if Serena, Sailor Moon, chooses her. Because we all know all the other 50 Reichs and Shears and Nears aren't choosing. I got to upset the Apple Wayne. Yeah, at the end of the day, I don't really think, well, I don't think our slay or say is going to make a big unlikeness. You know? I just don't want to get into that. I don't know. I think it's dumb that you have, you know, two lands fighting over a slide of land because you got Palestinian land who believes that's their land. You got the Holy Land saying that that's been their land, oath to them by God. And even though they've only been a land and since now between 49 YL, and they've been fighting on and off over that ever since then. But that's it. I don't really think that's going to shift. Well, it is sad. Shit. No, I dropped my Y speaker. It goes, at the end of the day, it is sad, but there's not really much we can do about it. It takes going, so when we started this live stream, let's see how far yeah. If anyone who's coming on this live stream and wonders why there's a whole bunch of folks that have been hushed and locked, let's just say that they were trolling. Because it was true. You know. So a lot of folks will also say, we'll get back to what I may have been talking about earlier, is that it's hot now? What the fuck? So a lot of folks out there might say something like, so I'm going to talk about folks who are like going to make a big deal about my name. Like, my name is Serena. It's always been Serena. And in the Deacon Pioneer world, my name's Serena. I'm sorry, it is what it is. And I'm sorry there are, you know, some folks out there, you know, like to make a big deal about that. It goes, goodbye, brother. It said keep black. Whatever. Okay. Goodbye. Keep well. And some folks in the Sailor Moon followership will make a big deal out of that, and they'll say, oh no, don't call her by that Latinish, Frenchish borrowed name Serena. Oh no, call her by the Danish borrowed name Usagi. But guess what? I don't really think there's women out there with the name Usagi. I'm sorry. Usagi is a Danish borrowed word. The English word is bunny. So, yeah, that would have been the right name to go with. But then guess what? You got the RAE take of my show. And my name there was called Victoria. So in that world, my name would have been Serena Victoria Campbell. In the Deep world, in a Pioneer world, then it may become Serena Bunny Sakino. And I know there's going to be someone out there that's going to say, I know someone named that. Well, if there are folks named that, then that is good to know, but that's not my name. You see, me and Sailor Moon Serena here has always gotten hate for, for offshooting from the Deacon Pioneer Sailor Moon. Then the Viz Sailor Moon, which we all know everyone likes these days. Don't get us wrong, we like it too. So it is what it is. Let's just see if we can see. Let's just see if we can see. I just want to know if there's a way for me to look and see where my cell pack is at, without having to get out of anything. But as you know, there really isn't a way of doing it. No, I don't want to start a poll. We're good now. 92, that's all I need to know. No, I don't want no poll. It's like I can't shift this thing off. It's like, yeah, I can't shift this thing off. I do, and it just sends me out. No, I don't want to start one. No, I do not want to start one. No, I do not. Get it off. And there's always going to be this one bind when you're doing a live stream with your Y speaker on the tool, is that things that would run smoothly on the website start misbehaving or don't run the right way when you're doing them on a live stream on your Y speaker, which wouldn't be a big deal when you did them on your reckoner for from your web shooter, let's say. You're probably saying, how to become 92 already? Didn't I fully mic it up? Yeah, well, this live stream taking a lot out of cell pack. So yeah, it is at 92. I thought it would be a lot worse. I don't really know how long I'm going to do this live stream for. But let's see if there's anyone else 7 watchers here. And some folks like, hi, Sailor Moon and Luna. Someone else says, how do we send? Well, first off, about asking about dolls. First off, I got to be careful about who I ask to give me things. Because you see, there's some folks on the interweb that you don't know them, you can't trust them, you don't know what they're going to do. So if I know you or trust you, then yes, but I do not know you. We haven't really talked. We haven't really talked at all. You haven't really wrote on my film, set this live stream right here. It said, I think I already have your naming from the past. Well, put it this way. If I trust you, then yes. But if I do not trust someone and I haven't talked with them, because some folks out there are up to no good, and some folks want to, do something to you so they can get something from you. So most of the time I would ask folks to send me things, and other times they just send it to me as a gift. But at the end of the day, the oversight would be if I trust you. Unless you're a follower of mine of the past, which would be Lee D. Gamer. So, no, I do not. Someone's coming on here asking a thing, they're starting it up again. All right, you want to? All right, no. So now we got the trolls back again, starting up their shit again. It says, But that's how it would go. Whew. All right. It said, okay, I have to write on Twitter sometime. Or you could, I don't know, if we met through Twitter or Gail and started talking, or Gail, or you followed me on YouTube or YOUROW or something, then I would say yes, but I don't really know you that well. I mean, yes, you may have been a follower of me in the past, but I don't know. But yeah, I do got a Twitter or Gail. You're right about that. You go to the fair, go to Fairway, you click on about, and it'll bring up that one. So I do got that one. But here's something Larry likes to bring up all the time, Luna says. So you know how there'll be folks that'll bring up websites like Points to Shop or whatever they're calling themselves, or Throne or Seat. And then they go, oh, this will help you. Oh, yeah. It's not. And then you look on the Throne or in Seat, that website, and it's like, oh, you might still have to yield for it. So how is it a gift if you still got to yield for it? I didn't really trust that website at all, or the fellow who sent me that hookup or that feed to that website at all. It said, all right. Well, looks like we might have to be going now, Luna says. We had a good enough live stream. We had 8 followers watching. Sadly, half of them were trolls, and we had to start hushing, locking them, and forbidding them until we started getting the good ones to come in. Yeah, well, that's what happens when you're on the interweb, folks will say. You get the good with the bad. And a lot of folks that aren't into team news websites, or, might say that it is what it is. Well, all right, folks. Thank you for coming on this live stream. I, Sailor Moon Serena, and I, Luna, and we'll see you later. Now, how do I... Oh. No. It won't let me end it. I can't end this live stream. Fuck. I want to end it. Thank you.